Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hello and welcome to Arcana Universe. This is going to be your Tarot Today energy reading. Let's get started. So let's go ahead and see what the opening message is. One more. I'm picking up on some sort of fresh new beginning, okay? And this is after much deliberation and planning, okay? So yeah, somebody here, this person that I'm tapping into, they have a very good sense of self-worth, or at least like this is definitely somebody of value. And they have a tendency to be also have a spiritual side as well. So this person is the type of person to like kind of be introspective, go within, find some level of clarity. Like if there's a lot of noise outside, they try to kind of hush the voices and like distractions, and they try to go within and be a better version of themselves because they realize that life is about balance. You can't be just like too extreme. And somebody here realizes that one of their great strengths is that they're able to be a very balanced, logical, diplomatic kind of individual. And as a result, they carry this demeanor of classiness, of worth, and value, okay? So what about this energy that we're tapping into? So somebody here is focusing on their finances. There may have been some sort of betrayal when it came to their work or even studies, like that kind of environment. And so somebody here is trying to really heal from the situation. I definitely sense some sort of like lying, betrayal, heartbreak, not seeing things eye to eye. Somebody here purposely sabotaged this connection because they were out of jealousy, because somebody here was of value and was very honest, and somebody felt threatened by this. Okay. And so even though, you know, this energy did nothing wrong, if anything, they tried to be a grounding force and try to do the right thing, they are coming across people who tend to be jealous or have a tendency to project their insecurities onto others. You know, things that they have done wrong, they try to project it onto others. And so there needs to be some sort of separating the two, okay? Because yes, there's always going to be like some level of like jealousy and stuff like that. People, especially when they're, you know, going through some level of healing, or they're not quite aware of, you know, how they project their ego and insecurities out into the world. But because the person that this energy was dealing with was very grounded and had, you know, pretty good healthy sense of self-esteem and knew their worth, it was just like, even if others were trying to bring this energy down with their sadness and insecurities, it didn't do as much damage, I will say, okay? So somebody here, especially the person that has been the one that was like betrayed, okay, the one that was, they didn't find, they weren't treated in a justice kind of way. Even though people have done that onto them, the thing about this energy is they still remember all the good times, and they still show some level of heart and groundedness. Yes, there is, you know, obviously now this strong earth energy coming through, by the way. So this energy that I'm picking up that knows their value may have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus stellium, or if somebody may be dealing with this kind of energy. Okay, hello Shima. So the person that is vibrating very high, they understand that they have some level of sympathy and compassion and empathy towards the person that have done them wrong. Okay, they do, because when they look back, they it's almost as if they have experienced or caught a glimpse of somebody's childlike energy, the genuine energy of somebody's heart. They experienced it. They did. And so it's like, even if the other person may be operating in a very like selfish, out for themselves kind of energy, they are going to be able to separate. Okay, hello Ken. So somebody here is able to separate the difference between somebody's genuine self versus their ego self. Okay, so somebody here is trying to be kind towards the situation. What's the advice? Yeah, so somebody here, because this energy, okay, hello Noah, welcome back. Because this energy is very, they've, this isn't somebody that is just starting out. No, this person has experienced a lot, Oh yeah, we're just doing energy reading, So because this person has experienced a lot, they are trying to pass their light and generosity and kindness into the world, is what I'm seeing here, okay? I'm doing well. How are you doing? All right. Any other final messages for this? Okay, so the person that had betrayed this individual, the person who was lying and all of that, the thing about them is they had admiration. Okay, they had admiration towards this person, and it's because it was but because they weren't in a healthy setting, like their energy wasn't healthy, instead of being in a high vibe admiration, being inspired, instead they fell to their ego, which is they started being jealous, greedy. They wanted what they had. And so notice the difference in energy, right? Oh, Noah, I hope you feel better. You need to stretch. Okay, don't forget to stretch. Okay, anything else? So, as mentioned earlier, even though this energy, they've been hurt in the past, they've been betrayed in a sense, been taken advantage of, as mentioned, they are creating some level of healthy boundaries. Yes, there is kindness and generosity and understanding and all of that, but it's like they're not going to be abused in a sense. So again, this person knows their worth. They're very balanced and just. And so if somebody here is going to approach them wanting a second chance, so to speak, they need to come forward acting right, acting correct, and being honest. Okay, so not anybody can just approach and stay in this energy's life, so to speak. It's just like somebody here really needs to have done some level of healing and work on themselves, even if they've been known to have some level of mental blockages, challenges, struggles. Okay? All right. Somebody here is really, if they want to invite more love and happiness into their life, they really need to let go of people, places, or things, mindsets that doesn't align with where they actually want to head towards, okay? Okay. You don't have to retract it, but you know, I would like to just focus on the messages at this time, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and just do one spinny spin for you guys, just to see if there's any, you know, additional information or areas that needs to be touched up on, okay? So 1 and a 2 and a... Come on. That is a... That looks like present to me. So somebody wants to know, I mean, which makes sense. This is tarot today, right? So all right, let's kick it off with the current present energy, whether you're, you know, watching during this live stream or later on, whenever this message, this video reaches you. What is the present energy, okay? Noah's time zone right now is 12:41. Cool. Alright, so what's the present energy? What are we picking up at this time? The energies, the messages, what do we need to know? And feel free to check out the playlist portion of this channel where you will find all of the readings from your tarot todays, and monthlies, yearly, okay? All of August monthly readings are up, so feel free to check it out. Hello, Philip. Ah, it is no coincidence. These two cards came up again. Okay, so the present energy is, I'm getting somebody here who is of value, knows their worth, and it's because they are of character, somebody who tries to do the right thing, is they have a tendency to be true to themselves, because operating out of truth is what allows this energy to be of value, okay? Because, you know, if you're going to be lying, cheating, stealing, being, you know, jealous, greedy, all of those negative, you know, words, okay, all of those negative energies, you can't really be a person of value and worth and class, okay? So this energy, it's almost like they ooze this energy and aura of value, strength, groundedness, and as a result, they are attracting people who are like, wow. You know, it's like when somebody here, when they see something of value, it's hard to look away. It's hard to dismiss it. It's almost as if their soul recognizes somebody of value, and they want to come forward. It's just like moth to a flame. Somebody here wants to be in this person's energy. So as a result, there's a lot of love and feeling. Somebody here wants to be in this person's energy and be with them in the long term, is what I'm seeing here. It's almost like as if they want to come together and be in some level of partnership, collaboration, and it's in the name of wanting to be in this person's life, okay? And they understand that they need to be certain when they come into this person's life. No wishy-washiness, no uncertainties, not knowing what they want. It's just like somebody here really needs to be focused, conscious, fair. Something about not wasting each other's time. It's just like we got to come in and know what we want here, in a sense. And so I see here somebody is up for the challenge. Okay, they're just like, okay. They're committed. Somebody here is committed. They want to see things through. It's almost as if somebody here wants to fight for the connection, fight for this person's love and affection, because they understand this person of worth. They have so much love to give, so much, like, it's a lot of abundance, love, happiness, all the good words, all the good words, you know, like generosity, caring, understanding, compassion, empathy, emotional, openness, maturity, playfulness. Um, it's a very amazing energy. This is what, you know, love is all about, and this person has a lot of love in their heart and their energy. And so this person who recognizes this, they're just like, yeah, I'm getting like zing, like they're just really focused, like laser focused on this energy. And it's like somebody has their eye on their prize in a sense. Okay, yeah, this energy feels a lot of attraction, you know, physical attraction, emotional, mental, just their soul is just pulled by this person's energy. This is magnetic. Feel free to check out the short I just posted before hopping onto this live. Um, it looks like this. Okay. But I was getting kind of like similar energy. Like somebody is just very pulled like by this person's energy and soul, and as a result somebody wants to commit. They understand that this feels like their end all be all, that they want to grow within this connection, and they don't want other people to have this energy. It's you know, I'm getting kind of territorial energy. It's just like mine. And it's just, you know, this person, they're just trying to be true to how they feel. They just kind of feel like this person is their person. And I will say this, this energy that I'm picking up, they're a little bit stubborn when it comes to doing things in a timely fashion. Okay, it's almost as if like they're so entrapped within their thoughts. Okay, somebody here has a tendency to be a prisoner of their thoughts and their mental space. And so it's almost as if they have their like hands tied and they're not able to move forward. But again, this is out of stubbornness. Okay, somebody here is very fixed, very stubborn about doing things on their own terms, so to speak. Okay, so that's the reason why they buy time. They don't do things in a timely fashion, because at the end of the day they want some level of control. And God is trying to emphasize that is a no-no, hindering, self-sabotaging way of thinking and behavior, because it is just like, why be stuck? Okay? Why be stuck when you can spread your wings and fly, in a sense. Okay, why not go after what this energy wants and feels like there's going to be some level of happiness? Why not put in the effort and do things now? Okay, what's the advice? So somebody here really needs to work on their self-confidence. I do sense here this person, they do have a lot to offer, a lot to give. They have some level of either like talent or skill. They have something to be proud of. Okay, I will say that. And it's the thing is though, they're lying about something. They're keeping things hidden. They're lying about something. Perhaps it's their age. Perhaps it's, you know, they understand that they are immature. I don't care, you know, how old you are. You can be 99 and still be immature. But I just kind of feel like this energy, They really need to be honest, okay? And because whoever they're dealing with, oh, it's like they have a lie detector built into them. Like they intuitively know if somebody is a phony, somebody who pretends to be somebody they're not. And so what this energy is ultimately looking for is somebody like them. Somebody of worth, value, who's able to think things in a logical and fair and justice kind of way with integrity. Somebody who is also emotionally open, available, intuitive enough to know when something is wrong and is able to figure out and find solutions into how we can improve and move on and heal from a situation if something didn't go their way versus just being stuck. Okay, they're looking for somebody like themselves. So, so what's the advice? I'll give two advice, one for the side who's dealing with somebody like this and one for the side who is somebody like this of value, okay? So somebody who's dealing with somebody like this. Okay, the person that who is dealing with somebody like this, okay? They need to get into their spirituality. They need to work on themselves, and they have a track record of of hurting people, okay? And it doesn't have to necessarily be, you know, physical. It could be mental, emotional, what have you. But somebody here has a tendency to hurt people with lies, deception, not being honest, like backstabbing, betrayal kind of energy. And that's rough, right? Because imagine somebody like this trying to get with somebody that's the total opposite, that embodies a totally different energy. So somebody here needs to do the work. They need to be able to let their past energies go, their past ways of doing things. They need to be committed to the path and journey of trying to lead and live their life like the person that they admire and want to be with. And so this energy is being inspired, and they have an example to look up to. It's not like, oh, I don't know how to be a good person. No, like this person is dealing with somebody that is the perfect example of how people should be, how people should behave, and how they should lead their life. It's a way of life, not just doing things at that moment or on a short-term basis. It's a way of life. Okay. All right. So that's the advice. Okay. Somebody here needs to really change their ways and be a better version of themselves to match, to be like this person. Okay. Now the advice for the person who is vibrating pretty high, is being a good example. What's their advice? Okay. So what I'm getting is, you know, this person, they understand that they have a lot of love to give, but in the past they had to be very particular and choosy about who they share their love with, who they open up to, who they give their heart to, because I see, I knew it was coming. Let me just take a little water break. Speaking of water, hashtag team water, okay? Feel free to check out the description of this video where you will find the link, teamwater.org. I have teamed up with Mr. Beast, Mark Rober, and the rest of Team Water to help raise $40 million to help 2 million people. And this is going to be a 1-month initiative. So until the end of August, we're going to be proactive and make sure that, you know, we're spreading the message about this cause. And so $1 is equivalent to 1 year of clean access to clean water for an individual. Okay, so every dollar counts. It can really help somebody. I know like $1 doesn't seem a lot to some of us, but it is a lot for somebody out there. Okay, and this is a collective effort, and so, you know, if everybody pitches in, we can help so many people. Okay, all right, so so feel free to check out the description of this video, okay? So teamwater.org. Yay. Okay. All right. So back to the advice for this energy. So I see here that they couldn't say yes to everybody. They really had to kind of be mindful and selective of like who they share their energy with, because they do have a tendency to be loving, giving, generous, you know, tries to see the good in others and stuff like that. But at the same time, they try to be balanced and not be taken advantage of, because in the past, you know, they have been put in situations where somebody may not have valued them, or left them hanging, waiting, not being clear and certain, and making a decision. Okay, so this energy is, they have found some level of inner strength. They understand that a lot of people are gonna, you know, try to come in and out of their life because they see something they like. But they also understand that the people who are meant to stay, that wants to be a part of their life, they're gonna do exactly that. They're going to stay. It's not going to be fleeting. They're going to be consistent. They're going to also reciprocate their energy and also be kind and giving, and I'm getting harmony. Okay, it's going to be a harmonious kind of connection. And so, any final messages? Yeah. And so what this energy, the advice for this energy is the idea is to look for somebody that is in a way like them. Okay, in a way like them, that is also able to give and to be reciprocal, and is also loving and kind, and is open, is respectful. Okay, and so stay true to that. Don't, you know, I see here there may be a lot of tendencies for other people coming in and trying to be a part of this person's energy, but as mentioned, you know, those who are meant to stay, the ones that are meant to be there, they'll stick around. And I'm getting almost like a best friend kind of energy. This is somebody that they can really be like, you know, I got your back, and they got their back too. It's like, it's a beautiful energy. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right. Wow, it's just that it just got me like at the end, just like how beautiful that energy was. Like somebody here wanting to have somebody like them, like be in their life. Like imagine how like wonderful it is if both parties are able to be in that. Hello, Morpheus. I wonder who that is. Hello, Teresa. Well, thank you. Oh, I mean, this is definitely the end of it. You didn't miss me. You made it just on time. Well, you know, enough to say at least hello, okay? So look, Virgo. Like right when I did it. No coincidence, okay? Oh, so Morpheus is now, I'm the god of dreams now. Ooh. Nice. All right, well, anything else, God? That is it. Oh yeah, you graduated? Oh, okay. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to check out the playlist portion of this channel for all the readings, all the timeless readings, or whatever you're called to. Labels aside, signs aside, there may be a message in there for you that you need to hear, okay? So, oh, so sweet. All right. All right. Thank you. Bye.